Why do you really need to turn off cell phones during the flight? Is it possible to open the toilet door from the outside? Why it's better not to drink coffee in the airplane? And why are the locks on your suitcases absolutely useless? These and many other secrets of air carriers you'll know right now. Don't believe the movies where flight attendants frantically knock on a locked toilet cubicle and sometimes even break the door. Actually, there is a secret mechanism outside that opens the latch, and it's located behind a sign saying toilet. It's enough to lift it and move the slider all the way. So if you decide to have sex in the toilet, it's better not to linger there for long. Flight attendants worrying about your health can easily open the door. Why should you turn off cell phones during the flight? Actually, a cell phone is not dangerous to airplanes, but it can easily confuse pilots. Do you remember the noise in the columns which we hear a couple of seconds before the call? So because of this noise, the pilot may not hear some important information from the dispatcher, such that the runway is not yet ready for takeoff. Why should we raise window blinds and sit back on the table during takeoff and landing? These are the same safety measures that are provided in case of abnormal and emergency situations. We should raise a seat back in an emergency so the people sitting behind us could get out into the passage easier. A table should be raised so that you could not break your ribs in case of the sudden braking of the airplane. Raised blinds on the windows will help the flight attendants to sort out the situation if suddenly there is a smoke in the cabin. Here is a pleasant surprise for anyone who wants more convenience in economy class. It turns out that tightly locked armrest in the chairs next to the window and passage, which you can't raise despite all your attempts, you can raise easily. To do this, push a little button hidden in the recess in the lower side of the armrest closer to its base. However, be prepared for the fact that the flight attendants will ask you to return a raised armrest to the place. During the flight, the wind can swing pretty much and it bothers some passengers. Don't be afraid, it will not break. The wing is very strong but very flexible also, though you can say so when you look at it. Actually, the wing can be bent under the angle of 45 degrees and the plane is none the worse for it. Turbulence is an unpleasant thing, it really so. However, air pockets are not so deep as it may seem. During turbulence, the plane shifts for no more than 2 feet, so all those unpleasant sensations of falling are defensive reactions of our organism not accustomed to fly. This offset can reach up to 20 feet for very large and serious air pockets, but this is one of those situations when a trolley with lunches is jumping around the cabin, and incidentally shaking it less on the seats near the wings. The portion of meal in the airplane is so small that no one can be satisfied with it. Did you know that you can ask an additional portion? Especially for the hungry passengers, as well as for the event of unforeseen circumstances, they take 10-15 additional portions to the flight. By the way, a box of foil in which hot meals are packed is called casaletto. You will be able to show off your knowledge in your next flight. I would not advise you to take coffee from a trolley with meal in the airplane. True connoisseurs will not drink it because of disgusting taste, but less choosy persons should know that drinking water on a board is just awful and it exceeds all standards for bacteria content at times. So to prevent the growth of bacteria and fungus, a lot of chemicals is added in this water, and it partly is a reason of bad coffee taste. And no one messes around with coffee containers, they can only rinse a container at best. If you put on a mask in case of cabin depressurization, there is volume of oxygen not more than for 15 minutes only in it, but this time is enough so that the pilot could lower the airplane to altitude where the passengers can breathe normally. It's more important that you have only 15-20 seconds before you will pass out. Consequently, we are told to put the mask on yourself first and then on your child. Loss of consciousness for a few seconds will not harm him. Did you know that locks on your suitcases are completely useless? By recognition of workers of the inspection service, they can easily open up the zipper of any suitcase with the help of a regular writing pen, and then they zip it up again, shifting both locked fasteners around the perimeter of a suitcase. They usually do it in airports when they have to identify a luggage without tags.